when you acquire a disability suddenly, that as a result of something that was not in your control, it does take a lot to cope with. It takes a long time. And if you're one of those people like me who blazes on regardless, determined to return to what was before, there comes a time when you come to a crash or smack face into a wall or whichever analogy you want to use, and you realize, actually, no, whatever you're going to do, however hard you try, it won't ever be like it was before. And I'm sort of in that space right now. And it is a lot to mentally cope with that. A lot of stuff has been taken from me and I'm never going to get it back. I've come to accept that I won't ever be competitive in sport anymore. That's taken a lot to accept. But even as a para-athlete, there just isn't the networks here in New Zealand for it to even be worthwhile. So I'm going to have to go right back to my roots and complete things for enjoyment only. I say only, that's how I started. And yeah, so my first goal is still Challenge Wanaka Aquabike. I very much doubt it will be next year. It'll probably be the year after, because of the length of the bike and the amount of trouble we're having with regards to getting the bike leg funded. So that is my first medium-term goal. My first short-term goal is to be able to complete the mini duathlon at the end of June. I'm hoping I will have some type of bike leg to ride with, and I'm going to walk the run sections. Then I need to come to terms with the fact that it's highly doubtful that I'll be able to return to the role that I had pre-injury in work-wise. So what I'm going to have to do with that is change my outlook entirely. You have things that, we all have things that drive us, that give us purpose, and I am going to have to change that and find a new purpose. Meanwhile, find a way to restructure my business so that it can carry on running with the new framework in place. That's going to be tough. But let's start small. There's a number of things lifestyle-wise that I just not going to be able to do anymore without some assistance. And I've been trying to problem solve some of these. And one of them is loading the bucket in the house with wood to start the fire. Something so simple yet so complicated. And here is my solution.
I've been trying to come up with some ideas as to how to get the wood from over there into the house. Now this is not the best set of steps to use, because my other door, which is round there, has got a ramp. However, I still need to carry the wood. And I found this in Mitre 10. I'm just going to show you what it does. So, I can collapse the box and use it separately like this. And I've also got a trolley on wheels with a handle that tilts. So I can clip this box onto the trolley and it locks in place, and then I pull it along. And when I get to where I'm going, I can unclip it and carry it a short distance. So obviously I can't wheel it from outside to inside, because that would get dirty wheels inside on the carpet. However, I think it is a solution for carrying it at least 3/4, if not a bit further, of the way, because when you're an amputee, extra weight on that leg just puts extra pressure on the stump, and it actually hurts. And I'm not sure that I'm balanced enough to carry heavy stuff anyway. So, hopefully a win.
And of course, as always has been, my goal is to be able to ride a bike, to be able to ride the time trial bike. Now, this is still a work in progress, but I have an amazing prosthetist who loves to problem solve, and we are still having to use cast-off parts at the moment. So I've got an old socket on the bike leg, and I gave him some bits and bobs, and he made me a bike leg, and here's what it looks like. Yeah. So this is the first time since I had to stop riding that I'm actually able to comfortably ride the time trial bike in the aero position. So that's like almost 18 months. I have never been off that bike for as long ever in my life. Yes, it's very important to me. A lot of people have said to me that I should really change my goals. I'm not prepared to change this goal because cycling is important to me and I need to get back to it. But I do realise that it's going to take a long time, longer than I ever might have envisioned, and I need to have some patience. And then there's the new goals. Now, I've been brainstorming, and with the help of some people who contacted me after one of my previous vlogs, thank you Christine in particular, I have been trying to figure out a way to get back to some type of sport that isn't something I did before, so I can't compare life with 2 feet to life with 1 foot. And I might have come up with a solution. I'm not going to reveal what that is just yet, but suffice to say that I am got a meeting with somebody tomorrow, and we're going to try something out, and I'll let you know if it goes all right. So my takeaway for today: no matter how large the mountain is, no matter how many sheer cliff faces you've got in front of you, there is always some tiny adaptation you can make to get a couple of steps further forward. Don't look at the giant mountain, always look at the next few steps. One day, the mountain that is in front of you will be so far behind you, it will barely be visible in the distance. But the person you become in learning to get over it, that will stay with you forever. And that is the point of the mountain. That's a quote by Brianna Wiest.